So here are the signs that shows you that you're actually richer than you think. Many times we aren't giving ourselves enough credit for what we have achieved. I have spent a lot of hours on research to include a lot of statistics in this video to show how average American is doing in each category. Also, if you want to jump into certain sections, I put a timestamp down below. First, let's go over the fundamentals. Number 1, living below your mean. You consistently spending less than you earn. Allow yourself to save and invest for your future goals. A study done by Bankrate in 2023 has shown that 55% to 63% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, spending most, if not all, their income each month. So living below your mean is a significant sign of wealth, as you are already doing better than majority of the people in this country. Number 2, emergency fund. According to a study done by Federal Reserve in 2023, only 63% of Americans have enough emergency savings to cover $400 unexpected expenses. If you have a safety net of savings to cover any unexpected expenses over $400 without going into debt, you're doing very well. Number 3, let's talk about debt management. You have a manageable debt levels that are actively working towards paying them off. CNBC says average American carries over $6,360 in credit card debt, and Investopedia says average American has over $21,800 in non-mortgage debt, which is pretty shocking, right? Excluding student loan in that number as well. So if you have no debt or your debt number is lower than this, is pretty manageable. So that's probably a really good sign of your manage your debt right. Not only that, there's also a lot of benefit to be debt-free, and a study shows that debt-free individuals can save up to 5 times more per month than those who carrying a debt, which I can totally testify because I used to carry the student loan. Even though I paid it off quickly, but I wasn't able to save anything during that a couple years when I was focusing on paying off my student loan because I had to prioritize my debt first. But once I paid off my loan and become debt-free, I was able to supercharge my savings since then. I think debt-free is not only financial, but also mental. The freedom to be able to direct your money to where you want it to go instead of having to pay off the debt, which is very empowering. All right, now let's move on to the financial planning aspects of money. First, let's talk about budget. If you create a budget and stick to a budget that aligns with your income and expenses, Gallup study shows that only 32% of Americans use a written budget or any type of software to track their budget and expenses. If you're creating a budget and track your budget, you're doing really well. And a psychology professor at the Dominican University of California has done a study that shows that you become 42% more likely, almost half of the chance more likely, to achieve your goals and dreams simply by writing them down on a daily basis. Your budget is one of those ways to write down your financial goals and review them on a regular basis, and that will increase your chance to achieve your financial goal. If you don't have one yet, don't worry, I got you. I have a free template for you to download for your budget planning, and I will link it down below. On the second aspect, let's talk about saving goals. A study from the Associated Press shows 69% of the household have less than $1,000 in liquid saving, excluding the retirement accounts. So if you have a specific financial goal in your mind and you're actively saving and moving toward it, you're doing really well. Number 3, investments. I cannot say enough how important investment is on your path towards financial independence. A Gallup study shows that 61% of Americans have money invested in stock market, which is up from the 56% from the year prior, but which in my opinion is still pretty low because which means about 40% of the population is still not investing their money, which indicates that their money are actually depreciating over time because of the inflation. So far we've checked all the key buckets for the fundamentals and financial planning side of things, so you should feel pretty good about yourself and give yourself a pat on the back. and you're doing really well. Now let's not forget about the other important aspects of money, which is money psychology. Financial well-being is not only about having a healthy bank account, but it's also about achieving a sense of security and control over your financial future. The first sign, peace of mind. First, you feel comfortable and feel in control of your finances and experiencing less stress and anxiety about money. A study by Bright Plan shows that financial stress affects about 72% of working Americans, and 78% seek better work and life balance. Another study from American Psychological Association shows that money is a significant source of stress for majority of the Americans. I was even just stressing out when I was looking at those studies and those numbers, but I'm sure that many of you can relate to myself that many times money is a stress of life. So if you have a peace of mind and feel in control of your finances, you're definitely doing much better than what you're thinking. Second, freedom from debt. You're debt-free or on the track to become debt-free, giving you a greater financial freedom and higher sense of financial well-being. We talked about debt in the previous section, but again, debt-free is psychologically freeing. And it's so beneficial to someone's mental health as well, because you don't have that back of your head stress and burden in your mind anymore. Number 3, achieving financial goals. You're consistently making progress towards your financial goals and milestones. A study by Business Wire shows that 83% of people that set financial goals and feel better about the financial in just 1 year. Another study shows that individuals consistently making progress towards their financial goals reports feeling 20% more optimistic about their future. Number 4, the intangible factors. In the last category, let's talk about the intangible factors. These are the elements you cannot touch, but they're having a huge influence on your overall financial well-being. Number 1, your lifestyle choice. You make a conscious choice about how you spend your money and avoid unnecessary debt to maintain a sustainable lifestyle. When you say yes to something, that always means we're saying no to something else, and vice versa. When we're saying no to an unnecessary purchase, you're actually saying yes to building your financial wealth and your financial independence. Spending are made up with dozens of small choices that we're making on a day-to-day basis, like buying a cup of coffee, eating out, and these are the things that are eventually snowballing into something with a compounding effect. Think about what truly matters to you and channel your spending towards those priorities for your life. A sustainable lifestyle is not about reducing and limiting yourself. It's all about making the conscious decision and making sure that's aligned with your long-term financial goals. Second part, let's talk about financial literacy. You have a good understanding of financial concepts and you're able to make informed financial decisions. Understand financial concepts like budgeting, investing, and debt management are essential for you to make informed decisions that aligns with your goals and values. A study shows that individuals with higher financial literacy were more likely have an emergency fund saving and participate in investment plans and retirement plans and manage their debt efficiently. So investing in financial education, like watching this video and like it if you like it so far, and subscribe to channel like this, right? And making sure that you educate yourself through those free resources online and workshops and books, and that empowers you to navigate the complexity of personal finance with confidence and clarity. And by the way, I have a one-pager for you to download so that you have a checklist of your financial well-being, and feel free to grab a copy in the description box. Number 3, gratitude, the last pillar. Often we overlook of the power of gratitude, and we often don't feel that we're doing well enough. So really focusing on appreciating your current finance situation rather than comparing yourself to the others has a profound impact on your overall financial well-being. Money is energy. When we go to work, we exchange our energy for money, and how we spend and treat our money is equivalent to how we treat our time, and aka our lives. And start appreciating the small things that money can bring to you, and say thank you to yourself regularly when you make the right money decision. And this is a way that helps us to foster a positive and empowering relationship with money. So after checking all these boxes, I hope you feel better about your finances and knowing that you're actually on the right path and you're actually richer than you think. If you find gaps in your roadmap and start making plans, and every small step towards your goal compounds over time, which will lead you closer to your eventual financial goals. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe and like before you go, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!